Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host Brian, and today I'm talking Love Island Games, Season 2, Episode 3, the Thursday, September 18th episode. Alright, so we had our first dumping of the season, which is a lot quicker than I thought it would be. I actually thought it would, the way this episode was going is that that would be pushed to tomorrow, usually like on Friday or the weekend. That's when they usually do it, but we didn't. We got it today, and I thought the challenge on this one was a little more fun as a viewer. The other one just like so much going on, but we'll get there when we get there. So before we find out who the bombshells are, we obviously knew the bombshells coming in, but two new bombshells came in. Tyreek, he was thinking that maybe Andriana is not the person that he should keep coupling up with or pursuing because she's weak in challenges. This later comes back to she makes a comment about this to him. He's also playing the field of it. He actually also kisses KK later that night. So I mean, he's got some seeds planted for, I guess, sticking around. In the middle of the night, Charlie and Andriana get a text that they're going to get some R&R, and they don't know this, but they're going to go meet the two new bombshells, which are Johnny and Justine. Johnny came in second place in the season 1. I didn't remember that, but he did, and Justine won, obviously. So they're bringing in heavy hitters, and I know we had some comments about yesterday, and it's not that I don't like these people. I just want to see some new faces before where I don't want to just see the same people come back every season. Like that's not interesting to me. But they have conversations about how you feeling, like where'd you place. They're kind of getting a feel for each other, and they get to choose who they want to compete against in a couples challenge. I kind of like, and then if they win, they get to put the necklace on one of the losing Islanders in that couple, which is cool. So it's not just like girl gives the girl, guy gives the guy. Charlie and Justine didn't know each other. Johnny apparently knew Andriana. I guess, they haven't seen each other in 2 months, and they've kissed before. At least that. I wrote down they hooked up, but I mean, we don't know what they did. He was like trying to be like, should we tell people? And she's like, let's keep it a secret. I don't know what that proves, but yeah, so they're going to be coupling up. They decide, they have like a little deliberation between the four of them who they want to go after, and they show them pointing at like pictures of the Islanders, and then like obviously when they make the decisions, they don't like show who they're going to pick. Essentially, if you have the necklace at the end of the night, you are at risk of being dumped, and yeah, we'll get to that when it comes up to it, because I actually enjoyed the elimination ceremony. I thought it was good, especially for a third episode of a season. So Andriana and Johnny there decide to face Garvey and Kendall, and Charlie and Justine are facing Nicole and Isaiah. Nicola, sorry, Nicola, I think. I don't think it's Nicola. So essentially, they have. And they've done this on other shows too, mainly the challenge. The only thing about difference of the challenge is if you touch the side. So they have like a ring, and you have to move it along a pipe, and there's 2 strings out. There's an Islander on each side, trying to keep it taut and move it through. There's checkpoints on the pole or pipe, whatever you want to call it, and once they get to that point, if they hit the side, it goes back to that most recent checkpoint. So in the challenge, we've seen this before, you get shocked. So there's no shocking here. I would have been funny if they shocked, and just shows the difference of the shows. That the challenge, they put you in harm's way, and then these ones, they don't do that. It's just funny. So, and I actually like the way they filmed it. Like, I feel like when you're watching some of these other, like the challenge, I just keep comparing it to the challenge just because we've seen it before. But the challenge will try to edit it to make it look like really, really close. And I actually kind of like that they weren't moving shots around. It was just kind of like you saw them. You kind of got a gauge of where they were. And I actually thought it was more suspenseful that way, because if somebody was winning, they started to slow down a little bit because they know if they're on the last checkpoint, they just need to get to that end. The other ones, like, kind of speeding up. I just thought it was better than the shit they do in the challenge, where they just try to make it look close and everything, and it's like it's not half the time. But anyways, outcome. Isaiah and Nicola went first against Charlie and Justine, and Isaiah and Nicola ended up winning. So Justine being a challenge beast from the previous season, obviously this is not one of those ones where you can kind of show those skills. Kind of even out probably with two being a team, but I still don't think like I know Charlie lost the other one. I don't think like Charlie's like, oh, he's bad at challenges just because of this. Because I mean, it is this is a tough one because you got to like really make it taut. So Charlie keeps the necklace. Um, Andriana and Johnny they are playing Kendall and um, Garby, and this one was I think the other one was closer, but this one Kendall loses this one. Kendall and Garby lose, and she actually gives Andriana gives the necklace to Kendall. So we have two guys up for a vulnerability elimination. And they do something that they've done in the past on Love Islands. They did in the Love Island games, but they do the stand behind vote for, and I actually like that because then it kind of like sets some lines in the sand. And they probably did. If my memory is serving me correctly, I am tired, but I think they did it more in games than they do on this like the regular show. But I do love it. I think it's fun. I mean, it takes so long. Oh my god, it took like probably like 10 minutes. Like let's just speed this shit up. It's nice for me if I'm writing notes that it's slow, but I mean, let's just keep it moving. Like I don't think some of these episodes don't need you more than an hour because there's so much stuff that doesn't matter. Like I think that doesn't matter. There's so many conversations that like these people don't really like each other. So like when they're talking about like oh I'm coupled up like I really like you like to me it's bogus. Like this is this season more than I feel like last season. It feels way more game based, and I'm fine with that. But just some of these conversations were like, oh, I really like you. I like the kiss. It was like, give me a break. You barely know each other. You've been there for like a day. All right, so who's still behind who? Kendall wins this against Charlie. I think he wins by 4 votes. Yeah, he got the yeah, he won by 4. So like this was pretty much decided when Mert went. But Kendall behind him, he had Andrea, Garby, Josh, Johnny, Isaiah, Lucinda, Nicola, if I keep saying it right, Nicola, whatever, Mert, and KK. So, only one was surprising one there I thought was Johnny because Johnny said he's like, I want to go after these people, which made me think that, like, if he was targeting them, why would he want Kendall to stay? But, whatever. Kendall's sticking around. I'm sure that pissed people off because I think most people probably like Charlie more than Kendall. Uh, it's just funny. So then we had Charlie. Charlie only had Tyreek, he had Chris, he had Celine, Justine, and Andrina. So, I mean, besides Andrina, I mean, she's the one who put the necklace on. She's got to stick with that vote. Not a lot of votes for Charlie here. So Charlie is dumped. He makes a joke about going out early. Charlie's exits have been interesting to say the least. Man, the end of the episode, I was like enjoying it, and then I saw who the bombshell is, and it's fucking Toby. And I'm these people that just are like they're like inevitable with the Love Island. It's like the Scots of the world of Scott UK, Toby of you. I don't want to see these people. I don't find them interesting at all. And so they're back. I don't think he was on games last year, but he was on All Stars. He was on. It's just like, ugh, man, Toby. Big thumbs down for me on Toby. Let me know what you think. I know like we have a lot of like people that have watched a lot of Love Island. Let me know what you think of Toby coming on. I just it just ugh. So far, I want to see new people that we haven't seen in a while. Like that's just my opinion on the show. It's like I don't want to see people we see all the time. I just yeah, I don't know. That's just my opinion. Obviously, I could be wrong. I can have a different opinion. We can all have different opinions, but that's just my opinion on the matter. I just want to see some new faces or faces that we don't see often. Is where I stand there. But I'll be back tomorrow. Definitely at least me. I don't know. I'm not sure about Bill yet, but back for episode 4, and we'll see. Good friend Toby, I guess. I do have. I watched Love Is Blind France, so I might do something for that tonight. I gotta see how I'm feeling. If I can turn it around really quick, get it all out. Um, and then we do need to watch Love Is Blind Brazil as well. Just like really, when I was away for the week, I just kind of got lost and I didn't like watch anything, and I like kind of fell off my like news cycle of like, oh, I need to like plan these watches, and I just didn't. So That's why a lot of stuff hasn't come out for like shows like normally that we're on top of, like the Love Is Blind franchise and things like that. But we're gonna try to get back to it and get back into your feeds more often than we used to be. So appreciate everyone watching. Hope you have an awesome rest of your evening, morning, afternoon, whenever you watch this, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace.